Is a hot dog a sandwich? In order to definitively say whether a hot dog is a sandwich or not, we first must ask, what is a sandwich? A sandwich is a dish consisting of two starches filled with meat, cheese, and other non-starch components in between. I think this is a pretty solid foundation. This is a sandwich, so is this. This is a sandwich cookie, and this is a sandwich too. We're going off of the cube rule of food, where each dish is categorized by the placement of starch. For example, when a dish only has starch on the bottom, we have toast. This is toast, so is this, and this is also toast. A taco has starch on three sides. This is a taco, so is this, and this is a Greek taco. To note, tacos have one sheet of starch wrapping the inner components. So where does that leave hot dogs? Hot dogs are interesting because they are not included in the cube rule of food. Yes, there are two sides of starch, like a sandwich, but the two sides are connected at a corner. You may think, wouldn't a hot dog fit into the taco category? No. As previously stated, a taco uses one piece of starch to cover three sides, while a hot dog uses two pieces of starch to cover two sides. Then what is the closest thing to a hot dog? A sub, or a hoagie, or a po' boy, but we're gonna call it a sub for now. You see, a hot dog and a sub are extremely similar. The only real difference between the two are what goes in the filling. A hot dog usually contains a Vienna sausage or a wiener dog, while a sub may contain virtually anything. Structurally, the two are nearly identical. Two elongated pieces of starch connected at a corner, covering two sides of the filling. With this, we could say that a hot dog is a type of sub, a subsection of a sub, if you will. But is a sub truly a sandwich? Definitely. Subs are considered sandwiches. When you think of going to Subway, a restaurant known for their subs, you expect to get a sandwich. Therefore, using the transitive property, if a hot dog is a type of sub, and a sub is considered a sandwich, then a hot dog is technically a sandwich. Now, why is this important? This may seem like an arbitrary argument, but I think it provides a peek into a broader piece of commentary. Rules are constantly changing. Take fashion, for instance. Men in the 1500s were encouraged to wear tights, high heels, and even embroidered skirts to signal their nobility and masculinity. Eventually, Western society deemed a man who wears pants, flat shoes, and straight-line tops as the masculine paragon. We thought this way for a long time, until recent years, with male celebrities like Harry Styles, Jaden Smith, and BTS wearing skirts and dresses once again. We see a shift in what we consider feminine fashion as well. In the 1500s, women were expected to wear long gowns adorned with jewels and heavy accessories. In the 50s, feminine beauty was defined by wearing soft makeup, delicate jewelry, and dresses and skirts. Towards the 80s, we start to see this sort of hardening of traditionally feminine clothing. Women started to dye their hair, wear bolder colors, low-heeled boots started gaining popularity. Moving to present day, we now have female celebrities like Zendaya and Kristen Stewart seen wearing suits, which used to be deemed as strictly masculine attire for centuries. Through a cultural lens, we have also witnessed cultural borders blur over time. Back to sandwiches. Here we have the banh mi, which takes a French baguette and fuses it with Vietnamese ingredients. This is neither a strictly Vietnamese nor a strictly French dish. It is an amendment to both cultural cuisines and a prime example of cultural boundaries and borders being pushed and revised. As with gendered fashion and cultural cuisine, other boundaries are meant to be pushed and revised. The cube rule of food is not excluded from this fact. I'd like to make an amendment to this rule, break the boundary, and include the hot dog structure in the sandwich category. Plus, putting preconceived notions aside, a hot dog and a traditional sandwich have a lot in common. Both are best enjoyed when they're eaten with your hands. Both use specifically bread as a sort of barrier to keep your hands clean from the filling, and both may be eaten as a hearty meal. With these striking similarities, it is not fair to exclude a hot dog from the sandwich category, especially when so many different variations of sandwiches already exist. One may think a sandwich only uses bread, yet we have sandwich cookies. One may think a sandwich is supposed to be warm and savory, yet we have ice cream sandwiches. One may think a sandwich must only have starch on the top and bottom sides, yet we have sub sandwiches. One may think a sandwich is a strictly American dish, yet we have the quesadilla and the banh mi. Society has redefined gender fashion, cultural cuisine, and it's proven that we have already redefined what a sandwich is, countless times. So what's one more addition? Our society and our rules are always shifting. Nothing is rigid. To abide by these arbitrary rules and preconceived notions is to cease progress. A hot dog is a sandwich. It is an unconventional sandwich, but a sandwich nonetheless. And to those who think otherwise, I encourage you to start accepting this new amendment. A hot dog is a sandwich. Thank you.